You can be humble and be strong at the same time. A lot of people think they assume that pride is a sign of strength. As far as I'm concerned, pride is a sign of stupidity, lack of intelligence. It's a sign that you don't know who you are and whose you are. You don't even know what it means to be great. You don't understand greatness. Pride is a destroyer. Pride is cancerous. Always have it at the back of your mind that if you are not humble, you will stumble. I've seen a lot of people, honestly, they don't have anything. They don't have one penny in their coffers. But the kind of arrogance they exhibit, you are wondering if they are the CEO of Central Bank of the world. I don't want to put Nigeria because the way our Central Bank governor, the way he handled money in Nigeria now, let's say Central Bank of the world or World Bank, that is the kind of attitude they portray, thinking that because of pride they can reach their height. Pride is a destroyer. Pride goes like this, destruction follows. Pride goes like this, fall follows. Pride kills the proud. Pride destroys the proud. Pride truncates the life of the proud. I am saying this because people think that humility is a sign of weakness. No, you can be humble and be strong at the same time. Look at have you met some people that when you look at them, you just say, wow, this is strength in brain, intellect, of course, that's brain, manners, attitude, relationships, wealth, physical wealth, and yet they are so humble. God Almighty in the Holy Book says, I resist the proud and I give grace to the humble. If God resists you, who will receive you? You can't afford to play any form of arrogance. Apologies to some people. I think some people, they have been damaged growing up, that their ego has been so crushed. If they don't worship them, if they don't prostrate, if they don't heroize them, the whole world must crumble. Their world must shake because they are not being hero worshipped. Do you know that God the Creator can will never share his glory with any man? Let me share a story with you. There was this person. He has influence, he has affluence, he has so much to himself and to his kingdom. Everybody knew he was wealthy. He was now too arrogant. He now said, who is God? What is it all about? God. I am bigger, I am. When you hear somebody talking about I am, that is narcissistic in nature. That is pride personification. Emma worry maso Yoruba. Let me just come like this first. Guess what? One day, his arrogance was becoming too much. He was becoming an embarrassment to himself in his place of pride. And God Almighty took him to the University of Bestiology, Faculty of Animal Science. His name is Nebuchadnezzar. He had to be turned to an animal. You know what that means? Meh, bo, 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 bo. He turned to an animal because of pride. And you know, how mysterious, how powerful, how awesome the Almighty God is. You know what God did? He now kept his throne for him for 3.5 years. Hey! Oh God. I bow. That's why there is nothing I am. There is nothing I'm going to be. There is nothing I'm thinking of being that will make me proud. Several years ago, I composed a song to myself. By the time I'm speaking Yoruba, I will sing that song. Listen, there is nothing you have that God has not given you. Is it the brain? Is it the strength? Is it energy? Is it connection? Is it money? Is it fame? Who gave you, if not for God? Ha! And you know, there's a religion I love. I'm not lying to you. No matter how rich you are in that service, you must sit on the floor. No wonder when they come to Christ, when they know God in the light of Jesus, they are humble. Because their religion has taught them pride is a killer. They are on the floor. Leveler. God knows how to level people up. This man went to the University of Bestiology, Faculty of Animal Science. He came back and said, God, you reign, you rule. You know what? Shocked me. For the fact that he took him away and nobody took his throne. Child, have you thought of it? You left a place and that place was kept. God would have made somebody to say, okay, take his place, take charge, take over. No. God wanted him to know that he's sovereign. He's sovereign. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ ní Yorùbá torí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ fẹ́ gbọ́ mi Yorùbá. Èèyàn lè ní ìrẹ̀lẹ̀ kó dẹ̀ tún ní agbára. Kó dẹ̀ tún jẹ́ ẹni tó ní odò nínú, tó ní iṣan, tó le. Ìgbéraga ò dáa. Ìgbéraga máa ń ṣíwájú ìparun ni. Ẹnikẹ́ni tí ò bá rẹra ẹ̀ sílẹ̀, ó ń lọ sóko ìparun. Ọ̀rọ̀ Ọlọ́run ní Olúwa kórìíra agbéraga. Ó fi oore ọ̀fẹ́ fún onírẹ̀lẹ̀. Mo ti rí àwọn kan tó jẹ́ pé tó bá ti ṣe ránkà dédé, tó bá burúburú níwájú wọn, tó jẹ́ kán mọ̀ pé àwọn lọ́lọ́run kékeré, wọ́n á máa bínú, wọ́n á máa kùn ní, kó wá jẹ́ professor, kó wá pé wọ́n Mr. Hey, ó ti dáràn. Is a subtle pride. Kí n sọ tòótọ́ fún yín. Is a subtle pride. Ìgbéraga tó wà lábẹ́ aṣọ ni. Kí ló dẹ̀ máa ń fa ìgbéraga yìí? Àgàgà àwọn tó jẹ́ pé ó ń láti máa bọ̀ wọ́n níṣẹ́. Wọ́n ti pa wọ́n ńgbà tó ń bọ̀ kékeré. Ìdílé tán ti jáde. Wọ́n ti bà nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ kán ní ìwọ̀n jẹ́. So nǹkan tó ń fi wọ́n wọ̀n, wait, ìwọ̀n wọn ni kí mi, bọ̀ mi, foríbalẹ̀, kúnlẹ̀, dọ̀bálẹ̀. Nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ ìwọ̀n wọn nìyẹn torí pé kí ni láti kékeré wọn ọ̀rẹ́ ni bá wọn build the self esteem wọn dé ibi tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n mọ̀ pé àánú làwọn fi débi táwọn dé. Oore ọ̀fẹ́ ni ọpọlọ tó ní. Gbogbo nǹkan tó bá fi ń jẹ́ nǹkan lénìí torí pé Ọlọ́run ló ń jẹ́ kó máa jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Mo sọ fún yín pé mo kọ orin kan fúnra mi ní ọdún kan sẹ́yìn torí pé mo mọ̀ pé ibi tí mo dé lénìí kò ń ṣe mi o. Ṣé mo pa àwọn míì wọ́n ní CV, wọ́n ní ìwé ẹ̀rí, wọ́n ní gbogbo nǹkan tó lè fi jẹ́ nǹkan tó máa jẹ́. Ọlọ́run nìkan nínú ayé ti tèmi Olufunke Adetuberu. Lẹ́yìn Ọlọ́run náà ló tún kù. Mo wá kọrin yẹn ńjọ́ yẹn. Ibi tí mo ti ń wò pé ṣé ọjọ́ iwájú real? Ṣé ó lè dọbẹ̀? Ṣé mo lè dodindi? Ṣé mo lè jẹ́ nǹkan? Mo wá bá Ọlọ́run sọ̀rọ̀ pé kò mà sóhun tí mo lè jẹ́ o láyé tó lè wú mi lórí jolúwa lọ. Kò mà sóhun tí mo ní o láyé tó lè wú mi lórí jolúwa lọ torí ohun gbogbo tí mo ní o tìrẹ ní ṣe bàbá. Mo ní ohun gbogbo tí mo lè jẹ́ o ẹ̀yin lẹ ń ṣe bẹ̀bẹ̀. Kò mà sóhun tí mo lè jẹ́ o láyé tó lè wú mi lórí jolúwa lọ. kò mà sóhun tí mo lè jẹ o láyé tó lè wú mi lórí jolúwa lọ torí ohun gbogbo tí mo lè jẹ o ẹ̀yin ló ń ṣe bẹ́bẹ́. Ohun gbogbo tí mo lè jẹ o ẹ̀yin ló ń ṣe bẹ́bẹ́. Ẹnìkan ní mi ò mọ orin kan, ẹ má wọrí, kọ̀ǹkọ̀ náà yin Ọlọ́run. What is important is my praise goes to him and his praise will continually be in my mouth. If you have any little pride in you, kill it, because it will kill you. Make yourself, humble yourself before the Almighty God, so that he will exalt you in due season. Anybody that is filled with arrogance, at the end of the day, they come down like a pack of cards. Wọ́n á wó ni bí ẹni tí ò ní foundation. My name is Olufunke Adetuberu. This is Shematters on Fresh FM 106.9 Ado Ekiti. On behalf of Dr. Yinka Joel, the father of Fresh FM Baba Beta Special, I welcome you to Shematters on Fresh FM 106.9 Ado Ekiti. Wow, today is going to be awesome. It's going to be powerful. I'm so passionate about what I talk about, because if I don't talk about it, I'm just going to be wasting time. And I'm intentional about destiny. I'm particular about family system. Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi, a pastor will not sleep on the pulpit. A doctor will not sleep in the hospital. A professor will not sleep in the classroom. A banker will not sleep inside the banking hall. Let me put it that way. Everybody stems from a home. And that home front is so important. It determines a lot of things. A lot. Your children, your health, your wealth, your happiness, your future. Ẹ má bínú, màmá sọ Yorùbá, màmá púpọ̀ ni. Mo ti sọ ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá ti gbọ́ òyìnbó mi nígbà míì. Ẹ pè àwọn ọmọ yín grandma grandpa, ẹ má bínú sí mi. Ẹ pè àwọn ọmọ yín kó máa interpret fún yín. Ìgbà míì mo ṣe máa ń gbé wá nìyẹn, ṣe mọ̀ pọ́n máa ń gbé wá ni. Tó bá dẹ̀ ṣe gbé wá náà ni mo ṣe máa ń gbé sọ̀kalẹ̀. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, inú ìdílé la ti jáde o. Doctor ò ní sun hospital. Pastor ò ní sórí pẹpẹ àdúrà. Engineer ò ní sun workshop. Professor kò ní sun classroom. Gbogbo wa ìdílé la ti jáde, inú ìdílé la ti jáde. Ìdílé ṣe pàtàkì, mo tún tẹnu mọ́ o. Àwọn nǹkan kan wà tí mo máa sọ lénìí. Nítorí pé kí ni? Àwọn kan ti wà ní inú ìdè àti ìgbèkùn ìdílé tí ò jẹ́ kí wọ́n lu àlùyọ dáadáa, tó ti sọ wọ́n di ẹ̀dùn arinlẹ̀. This thing that I'm going to be talking about has so much messed up the minds, the soul, the conscious and the subconscious of every child that grew up in that system. Gbogbo àwọn ọmọ tí a tọ́ nínú ìdílé yẹn ni wàhálà ti bá o. Torí pé kí ni? Nǹkan kan ṣoṣo tí àléébù ìdílé tó máa ń ṣe fún ọmọ, ó máa ń jẹ́ kí ẹni yẹn má mọ ìwọ̀n ẹ̀. Ẹ má bínú, máa padà sóyìnbó. Ẹ bá ń wá interpreter, ẹ má bínú, ẹ jọ̀ọ́. Because what I'm going to be talking about today is so important. You know, when I talk like this, I talk with a lot of passion. Please, I want to make this announcement. If you have a story you want to tell me, and you want me to bring you on my Instagram live, you can follow me on Instagram now. My handle is Olufunke Adetuberu. If you want me to bring you on Instagram live, you have a story that is touchy. It can be your success story. It doesn't have to be abuse. But basically, if it is abuse, I don't mind. I won't show your name. I won't show your face. I will not show your identity. Somebody somewhere needs to listen, needs to learn, needs to know that àìṣèpàdé ìyá ni kò jẹ́ ká máa lága ìyá, because we don't do parties For those that are struggling, those that are going through stores, we don't even know who is the chairman and the managing director of Trouble. People have gone through stores. Please send me a message or send me a DM on my Instagram now, or send me a text message on 080-232-42389. 080-232-42389. That is my Instagram handle. Please, Instagram handle is Funke Adetuberu. That number I just called is my number. Send me a WhatsApp message, a text message, but you have to be on Instagram to be able to do that with me. Live discussion. I call it my story, my reality with Olufunke. The reason why that even came to my mind was to let you know that when a child is raised in a particular way, from a particular structure or system, something damages that child. If you are hearing me today and you are raised in such a system, just know that you are not okay. Because at the end of the day, you are going to be an emotional wreck. You might end up having 4 children for 4 different men. You might end up not even having marriage at all. You just want to be baby mama, have one and go. You might end up killing yourself. You might end up becoming a prostitute. You might end up being a cultist. You might end up being a killer, because certain things had happened. Listen to me, everyone. I'm speaking from my passion, from my heart today. Hear my heart, everyone, at the sound of my voice on Shematters. Hear me. There's no price that is too high to pay and to pain to work on your home. Please. Because you are raising children in that home. Let me tell you something today. Some of you don't even know why is my husband behaving like this? Why is my wife behaving like this? It's the foundation, is how he or she has been brought up. That is the secret. That's the trouble. That's why when I have couples therapy, helping husband and wife to heal and to restore their marriages, I made them to know that everything they are doing to themselves is not intentional. I have a case of a lady that was raised by a father that abandoned 5 of them to the mom and left. He didn't live to death. He left to another woman. Do you know the kind of struggle, the kind of torture, the kind of pain, the kind of rejection, the kind of low self-esteem, the type of people that the child will be relating with? Just picture it. You now pick a wife from that place. So what do you expect? You expect a queen. Let me not use the word queen. You expect an angel or a saint. It's not possible. Our environment, our upbringing, everything about us affects everything. I know my story. Some of you don't know why I'm so passionate about what I'm doing here. I'm passionate because I've touched this thing I'm saying. I've felt it, I've handled it. And I'm so emotional about it for the coming generation. Mo sọ nǹkan ní last week lórí Shematters. Mo ní ẹ̀yin kan ti dẹja gbígbẹ ẹ̀ ṣe ká. Ṣé rí ìran mi tó ń bọ̀ yìí? I want to do everything. I can't even sleep. To get you to a place of no mistake, no error, no mistakes, no error, no mistakes, no error. Because listen, such mistakes can be devastating. If you have ears, hear me clearly today. And tó bá létí ni kó gbọ́. Tó bá ti létí gbọ́. Torí pé kí ni? Tó bá gbọ́, wàá gbọ́ tó bá di bàbá ń dágbé. Wàá gbọ́ tó bá di ìyá ń dágbé. Wàá gbọ́ nígbà tó bá di pé ó tiẹ̀ mọbi tó máa yà sí. You know how many women cry to me every night from all over the world? I'm struggling. I can't sleep. I have anxiety. I have depression. I'm battling with life. You know how many? On a daily basis. Sometimes it's so overwhelming. I wish I could just open everybody's head and pack everything I know and put it on their head, because life. There's nothing like tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow. Everybody's tomorrow starts today. Everything you are seeing now. I said it last week. I'm deliberately repeating myself. Nǹkan tí mo dà lénìí, mo ti jẹ 60 years ago. Plus the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I'm grateful for Calvary. Òun ló tún ayé mi rán tó tún ṣe. I came from a very dysfunctional home. Very, very dysfunctional. I've told you once in a while, I'll be chipping out my stories here and there. I've been doing it. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on YouTube. Funke Adetuberu is my handle. You can go there and listen to some of my stories in bits and in pieces. Children comes in blank. Ṣẹ́rí gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọkùnrin tẹ́ rò pé you are a donor. Kí n bá ti dá sí kí n máa lọ. You know how many women have cried to me this week talking about a man leaving them with children. He impregnated me and I'm not seeing him again. Why? I know why. And that is why I'm saying what I'm saying. Sex is not a problem. The problem is the foundation. Promiscuity, olóṣó, alágbèrè, onípanṣágà is not the problem. Yorùbá ní wọ́n ní amúkùn ẹrù ẹ wọ́, ó lẹ̀ ń wò kì í sálẹ̀ ní kẹ́ wò. All these things, some of you parents, you are hearing me now. Ọmọ mi ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ mugbó, ọmọ mi mu sìgá, ọmọ mi ṣe kíníkan. Báwo lẹ ṣe débẹ̀? Gbòǹgbò ni mo fẹ́ máa address. Tí mi bá parí ẹ̀ lọ́sẹ̀, máa continue next week. But pé mi ní address foundation, mo ń tanra mi jẹ ni. Ìdí tí a fi ń ṣe nǹkan tí ò yẹ ká ṣe, òun ni mo ti ń sọ yìí pé àwọn ìwà tá à ń rí láyé àwọn ọmọ wa, tá à ń rí láyé ara wa, ibì kan ló ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. Ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti ìdílé. Tí ìdílé bá ti wọ́, gbogbo ẹ̀ ti wọ́. Àti lọ síwájú wọ́, àti dọlọ́lá wọ́, àti dọlọ́lá wọ́, àti ní ibùjókòó ayọ̀ ó wọ́, ó ti wọ́. Ni mo ṣe ń bẹ gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ tí ìṣègbéyàwó tẹ́ ẹ kéré. Ẹ pinnu rere. Ẹ pinnu láti má jẹ́ kí orí inú yín kó ba tòde yín jẹ́ o. Ẹ pinnu láti gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ ìmọ̀ràn tó péye. Ẹ̀yin òbí tẹ́ ń gbọ́ mi, mo ti ń pariwo. Tí àwọn ọmọ yín bá ti fẹ́ ṣèyàwó, ẹ tì wọ́n sí Funke Adetuberu premarital counseling. Kò sí problem. Distance is not a problem. Tẹ́ ẹ bá ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀, ẹ bá wọn sunkún o. Kì í ṣe pé o, torí pé kí ni? Èèyàn mẹ́rìnlá tá ò rí rárá ló ń lọ́nú ìgbéyàwó. 14 invincible persons is going into marriage. Ẹ rí wọn. Àkọ́kọ́ ẹ̀ ni mo fẹ́ mú lénìí tí mo fi ń jẹ́ kí kẹ́ lè mọ ìdí tí mo fi ń sọ gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ yìí, mo ṣe ń lọ tí mò ń lọ bọ̀ yìí. Ìdí àkọ́kọ́ ni nǹkan tán bá ti rí ẹ̀yin méjèèjì tẹ́ ẹ ṣe. Ò bá jẹ́ single parent, ò bá jẹ́ husband and wife tẹ́jọ́ wà pọ̀, gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ ṣe síra yín pátápátá ó ti ká téèpù sáyé àwọn ọmọ yín. Hear me. I'm insisting that if your children are going to get married, send them to Funke Adetuberu for premarital counseling. I'm not promoting anything, don't get me wrong, my hands are full. I am saying that if you did not do that, it's a tears, and it is all full of tears. Mo fẹ́ sọ tears, mo wá rí pé kò sóyìnbó tó ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Till your old age. because 14 invincible people are going into marriage. 14. Everything two of you and your children saw you do as husband and wife, ẹ má mind òyìnbó mi bó ṣe ń wá nìyí, you be shocked that that is exactly what they're going to play back to their marriage and relationships. So single parents, tiyín ló le jù, whether single parent by death, maybe you became a widow or a widower, or single parent by mo ṣọmọ boy, mo kàn act out, fine boy, fine girl, olóyún obímọ, you had a fling and you had a child. If you are in that world of single parenting, send your children to do premarital counseling before you accept any man in their life or any woman in their life. I know what I'm saying. Àdúrà kan tí mo fẹ́ kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń gbọ́ mi máa gbà fún mi ni pé k'Ọlọ́run fún mi lálàáfíà, because ṣe rí nǹkan tí mò ń rí lójoojúmọ́, tí mò ń discover lójoojúmọ́, ìran yìí ò mọ̀, ẹlòmíì ò mọ nǹkan tó ń ṣe òun, ó kàn rí pé ijó wo ni mò ń jó, ta ló ń lùlù fún mi tí mò ń jó. Gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́yin òbí ṣe pátápátá ní ayé àwọn ọmọ yẹn tẹ́ ń ṣe nínú ìdílé ni mò ń sọ yìí o. Kò bá jẹ́ ọkọ tìyàwó, àwọn mi àní no, we are from a good family, my daddy and our mommy, we are together. Excuse me, you can come from this type of family called monogamy and you are very very dysfunctional, because ọmọ yàtọ̀. Yorùbá ní ọ̀nà nínú abiyamọ, children are not the same. I'm privileged to have children, but all of them are not the same. As a matter of fact, 2 of my children can be in a place for 6 months and you will know they are there, and they are there. One of them is the one that you know, hey, how are you, what's everybody doing, he has friends. These ones, no. Èmi mo dẹ̀ bí wọn o. Now, if you are raised in such a family and the person that is the mother or the father does not know them, kí ló máa ṣe? You will start comparing notes, damaging one. And I want you to have it at the back of your mind that whatever I'm talking about, I'm not trying to be emotional. I'm very very functional. I'm passionate about what I do because everybody stems from a home. Kò sẹ́ni tó jábọ́ látọ̀run, ìdílé ni gbogbo wa ti jáde. Ṣé rí gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ ń rí ń ta tẹ́ ń complain pa yẹn, ìdílé ni. Bad driving, bad parenting, kéèyàn wa mọ́tò kó máa mélòó mo tiẹ̀ fẹ́ sọ, Yorùbá ní mélòó léèyàn fẹ́ kà nínú eyín Adépèlé. That tells you that is a tough place to be if you are raised from a very very dysfunctional home. Everything about you becomes dysfunctional until you are intentional about treating yourself. Therapy, counseling. If you don't treat yourself, kò ní lọ o. Have you seen some grandmas? Kò sẹ́ni tó lè dọ́dọ̀ wọn lè bá wọn ṣeré torí wọ́n burú. Mami burú gan, mama, grandma, wọ́n lè burú, ẹ̀yin náà jókòó síbẹ̀. Àánú yín ṣe mí. Ọjọ́ ogbó ẹ̀ ní rọ́mọ kan, ẹ̀ ní rọ́mọ ọmọ kan, oníkálùkù àyà kọ́mọ ẹ̀ á sá lọ. Èèyàn kan mo sọ yẹn fún, kò ń ṣe fún everybody. Ìyá kan ló ní láti gbọ́ yẹn sí, kó calm down, kó sẹ́ńpẹ́, kó tètè sọ fára ẹ pé take it easy. Ẹlòmíì ọmọ ọ̀dọ̀ 10 ló ti gbà lóṣù 10. Oṣù kan wọn lè dúró lábẹ́ òrùlé ẹ̀. Kò sí moment of joy, kò sí moment of happiness, kò sí time of peace and sanity and serenity. Kí ló dé? How many years do you want to live on earth and you are wearing an iron dress? I said something and I'm going back to it. Everything that happens in a home between your dad and your mom, you saw it. That is what you are playing back to your world. A child that is raised from a home that there's so much peace, sanity, ó máa hàn tó bá data, ó máa hàn tó bá make marital choice. Ẹ wo, ẹ jẹ́ kí n close kí n máa sọ eléyìí lọ. Àyàn 14 tẹ́ẹ̀rí ló ń lọ ní ìgbéyàwó. 14 invisible people. One of them is what exactly your children saw in your home. In their conscious, in their subconscious, they are telling themselves, I cannot take this. Consciously or unconsciously, they are telling themselves, I don't want to marry. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ láwọn ọmọ ilé tán ti 30, 35, 40 tán ṣègbéyàwó ẹ wá ń bú wọn. Ó mọ́kọ wálé, ó múyàwó wálé, ẹjọ́ ẹ dákẹ́. Mi fẹ́ ní kẹ́ shut up. Ẹ dákẹ́. Ta ló fà á? Níbo náà ti rí? Ṣé ìgbéyàwó yín dùn? Ó lárinrin, ó láyọ̀. Làwọn ọkùnrin gan máa sọ pé Ọlọ́run jọ̀ọ́ o, jẹ́ kí n fẹ́ ọmọ ìdílé yìí o. Ọlọ́run jọ̀ọ́ o, jẹ́ kí n fẹ́ ọkọ ìdílé yìí o. Are they praying like that? Are they asking God to make them to be your in-laws? Listen to me, parents. The best gift you can give to your children is for you and your husband to be happy. So if you are going through challenges, ẹ ti fà 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, kò tó ra wọn, ẹ ṣe counseling, ẹ ṣe therapy. You know why? Oh, somebody say, èwo ni counseling, èwo ni therapy? Ẹlòmíì ẹrù tó ń rùbọ̀ sínú ìgbéyàwó ẹ̀, cocoa house ni o, 10 tons of cement, bags of cement, bag kan. Can you carry a bag of cement and just lift it, not to talk of running? Your background, where you are coming from, the weight cannot even be lifted. What therapy does is to help you to drop those weights, to jettison, to drop your weight. And when those weights are dropped, it becomes easy to love. Some girls, let me share this with you. Some years ago, one of the program of Shematters, a man called me and said, Ma, I don't know what I did to my wife. Please help me. I don't know. My wife is a businesswoman. She does contribution. Anytime she comes back, I help her to do the accounting, dot the I's and cross the T's, no error. And I don't take her penny. I'm so committed to her making it that she knows, she checks her account is balanced. I will never take a penny that does not belong to me, and my wife knows. One thing I realized, Ma, is this: no matter how broke I am, and no matter how bad the children's school fees are not paid, this woman will never tell me to take 1,000 naira. I will have to struggle. And I know that my wife is making millions from her business. I'm the one that does the balancing of her account. But she will never allow me. And I can't steal her money. Ma, I don't know my offense. I don't know what I have done. I don't know why she treated me like that, or she's treating me like that. The man spoke for almost 1 hour, explaining, complaining, in pain and bitterness. Chai. After listening to her, the first question I normally ask people when they want me to talk to their spouses is, number one, fill a form for therapy and counseling. And of course, they pay. At the end of the day, I asked him also, does your wife listen to my program? She said yes. Another problem solved. Good. I now asked her, my dear sister, nice meeting you. My name is Olufunke Adetuberu, blah, blah, blah. Say, wow, mommy, it's so good to hear you and see your voice or hear your voice. You know, we played and all of that. And she said, I enjoy your program. You are such an amazing woman. I'm happy she does. Can I say this in digression? All of you, gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ fẹ́ kíyàwó yín change kọ́kọ́ yín change jẹ́jẹ́ tí wọ́n sí Shematters. Easy fún mi láti bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀. Tó bá fẹ́ gbọ́, woman kan ní nǹkan tí máa ń ṣe tọkọ fọ́kọ mi ni pé máa ya gbé rédíò síbí kan máa jẹ́ kó loud, wọ́n á gbọ́ ṣáá ni. That's the secret. Just use wisdom to introduce the program to them. Àwọn míì máa sọ pé bóyá mi ti máa sọ̀rọ̀ sex, inú àwọn ọkùnrin á ti dùn. Wọ́n gbọ́ nǹkan tí ìyá Adetuberu sọ o, tí máa sọ̀rọ̀ pé ẹ̀yin ọkùnrin náà ẹ fẹ́ràn ìyàwó yín. Wọ́n á ní obìnrin ló wà after lẹ́ni, ẹ gbọ́ mi ìwà after anybody. Ọkùnrin ló wà after lẹ́ni, mi ìwà after anybody. I'm concerned about your home. I want you to live in heaven or not. I want you to be happy. If you are happy, wá ti rántí ara ẹ kó tó rántí mi. That's what I tell children. when your parents are saying read, study, do everything. No, is it not for you? If before you give your mother 1 million, you would have spent 10 million on yourself, you and your wife, I mean. So the point is not anybody that is telling you to work on yourself, to do something, is actually telling you to become good for yourself, not for them. So I'm not on a man's side, I'm not on a woman's side. Somebody is saying you must do he matters. He and she matters is what I'm doing. It's for everybody. And children matter, and marriage matter, everything matters. So she said, I listened to your program and I love it, thank you ma, blah blah. I said, thank you ma. I said, your husband told me some things, but before I say it, you see, that is professionalism. I said, before I say it, can you tell me about your growing up? He said, what did my husband say? I said, don't worry, you are in a safe hand, don't worry, you are safe where you are. I'm not on your side, I'm not on your husband's side. That's why I made you to get into therapy separately, not because your husband came to report. You two, you know you don't have peace in your home. You just told me now. That's why I said fill the form, get into therapy and counseling sessions. So I will know that you are willing, he is also willing, you are also willing, before I start pulling you together. Because if you are not willing, me, I don't have time. You know how many people I deal with every day? It's a lot. So the people that are ready and willing, they are the ones I will give my attention to. It is wisdom to manage your time well. That's important. So she said, okay ma. She now gave me her story. Come on, listen to this story. Why she shut down completely in the life of her husband, giving him 1 penny. She said, ma, I grew up from a home that my mommy is very strong. She builds the house, she buys the things, she does everything, send us to school. She said, ma, my mother is a workaholic. She can work for Africa and she makes money. Anything she talks turns to gold. She said, but my daddy was laid back. He's not doing much. He can't do much. But my mother will worship him, honor him. Nobody will know. As a matter of fact, my mommy's business, my daddy is also a signatory. They are both signatories to mommy's account. He said that is how, she told me that is how they were raised. So they had no cause for alarm. They have no reason to do anything. They were just on and on and on and on together. He said, mommy, when I was in 100 level, I started making millions when money was important, because we must make money. My mother has taught us you must sell something, you must have a corner shop somewhere, you must have a talk shop somewhere, you must do something with your life. So she taught us to be an entrepreneur, and we are doing it. Mommy, I made money in school. I bought a land before I got married. That was the kind of background that I had, and it's my mother that made it happen. He said, ma, one day I came back from school. My siblings were still in school. I just came to see my mom. Not even see her alone. I came to pick some things and I was going to pay her. If I pack some things in her shop, I must pay her because it's business. Business is business. She said that was how I was raised. And guess what happened? She said, I just got to the house. My mother was not in the shop, so I went home and I saw my mommy cry. She said my mother cried. She said, mommy, ma, I'm not exaggerating. I'm relating a story to you. That real story, real people, reality. Please, I've said it before. If you want to share your story, your reality with me on Instagram Live, please follow me on Instagram as I'm talking. My handle is Olufunke Adetuberu. Listen to me carefully. You want to really talk about your reality, your story, send me a message. I can cover your face, no name, no identity. The person that did my story, my reality on Tuesday, is every Tuesday on Instagram. Guess what? No name, no face, no identity. And she told us some powerful things. So please, you can come and share your story, your reality with me on Instagram Live. Funke Adetuberu is my handle. So she told me, she said, mommy, I'm not exaggerating. My mother cried for 5 hours. She said she was just crying. Don't forget, she's the woman that does this paying of the fees. She's the woman that builds the houses. She's the woman that is doing the business. The husband just come like a Proverbs 31 husband. He will just sit at the gate amongst the elders, having fun, enjoying life. She said my daddy was not doing anything because my mother fixed everything. One day I'll be talking about Mrs. Fix It. Kisheni. She said, "Ma, I don't even know what to do. Mommy, kilo day. Mommy, what? What happened?" He said, "Me too." I started crying. I stopped crying. I would say, "Mommy, kini gone." She said she cried that she could not even talk again. When she got to that place, she now brought out her Bible from her under her pillow. She said when she opened the Bible and told me to look at it, I saw my daddy carrying a new baby, wearing a uniform with another woman, hey, and doing naming ceremony. And the baby looks exactly like me. So I know my father was the one that gave birth to that baby. He said, "Ma, I died that day. And I told myself I can't be married." Hey! You know how many of you have told yourself, in this, I can't be married. If this is marriage, I don't want to be married. What are you looking for in a man's house? We are wired to love and turn to love. That's another story for another time. She said, "Ma, I vowed I will never be married. But I don't know why I'm married." You are wired. That's the way the creator does it. You have to be married. None. And guess what happened? After that day, something died in her. Trust died. Trust died. Some of you, you are dancing to a music you don't know is playing the rhythm. You just assume, "Oh, why is my husband doing like this? Why is my wife doing like this?" No, he carries something. Wetin you carry? Oruboni, elomi 10 tons of trailers of cement. Some is just one bag. Load na load. You have to get into counseling and therapy to drop these loads, or else you are wasting your time. That's the truth. And why would you labor, work, and not enjoy work, don't enjoy home, don't enjoy children? That is not the counsel of your creator for you. I'm saying it with all sense of responsibility and integrity. That day she died that she can never trust a man with her penny. You know how many of you, I'm sure, bí mo ṣe ń sọ ìlú ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń yí àwọn èèyàn kan pé òótọ́ mà ní, òótọ́ ni, òótọ́ ni, òótọ́ ni, òótọ́ ni, òótọ́ ni, òótọ́ ni, òótọ́ ni. Nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí mi nìyẹn. So because of the rape, that's why I can't be active sexually in my marriage. Because of the word that my mother said, that's why I'm dying. You don't even know what has happened to people, or what is still happening to some people now. That's why they are living the life they are living. That's why they are completely dead emotionally. And I've said it, and I'm saying it again. If you are from a dysfunctional home, you don't trust, you don't talk, you don't feel. I wish I could play an audio to you. The woman actually told me, "Mommy, you can play it, but maybe not today, not now." If I play it to you, some of you will be shaking. You don't understand how life is when people are messed up growing up, when their parents have done something to them that crushed them, put them on a mental, emotional, psychological, physical wheelchair. It's as bad as that. Like I said, emotional wounds does not have x-ray. Nobody will see it. It is when you are acting and nagging and acting like a dog that had rabies. That is the time that people will know that something is really, really wrong. Wow, I'm sure some people have taken a lot of things home today. It's been a very deep Shematters today, honestly. I feel it in my heart. I want to appreciate all our listeners. My name is Olufunke Adetuberu. On behalf of Dr. Yinka Joela and all the wonderful team of Fresh FM's family, I celebrate all our listeners. Please, as you are listening to me now, follow me on Instagram. My handle is Funke Adetuberu. My YouTube channel is Funke Adetuberu. Like, share, listen, and subscribe. Let somebody learn from this wisdom. I want to say a very big thank you to everyone. Don't call the number. I don't pick calls. The number to text or WhatsApp or voice note is this. Don't call the number, please. Is 080 232 42389. You want counseling, you want therapy, you want somebody to help you, you are tired, you are stuck. The number to text, to WhatsApp, or to do a voice note is 080-232-42389. Once again, I want to say a very big thank you to all our listeners. I appreciate you so dearly. Thank you very much. We started dynamic parenting webinar last week. No more chance for you to enter. Maybe when next we are doing it, we'll get you involved. Thank you so much. I'll see you next week. Bye, 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 bye.